Our world is constantly changing. Nowadays, the different industrial sectors have to face the growing demands of the market. Furthermore, we must take into consideration the concept of sustainable development, which implies economic growth that's committed to the preservation of natural resources and the environment. HRS Spiratube has adapted to this unpredictable situation and invested in the latest technology to offer effective solutions. Specializing in heat transfer technology, since 1994 it has designed and manufactured its products to improve the efficiency of the installations and the quality of industrial production processes in various sectors. The company is in constant development and growth, with innovation and quality as its main aims, emphasizing design and the automation of its production processes to give added value to its products and obtain a greater competitive edge. HRS Spiratube doesn't only cover an important export sector. It has gone even further by creating a group of 5 companies which, with a high profile in 5 continents, has contributed to its international expansion. The headquarters and activities of these companies are HRS Spiratube, Sociedad Limitada, Spain, R&D, production, engineering, design and sales. HRS Heat Exchangers Limited, United Kingdom, design and sales. HRS Process System Private Limited, India, production, engineering, design and sales. HRS Process Technology Incorporated, United States, design and sales. HRS Spiratube GmbH, Germany, design and sales. The growth of the Indian company must be emphasized, having exceeded all expectations and requiring a considerable enlargement in its installations. At the same time, in the United States, HRS is not only going through an expansion in the area it covers, but also, through its agents and distributors, controls sales in the whole of the American continent. Meanwhile, the offices in Germany and the UK are in charge of sales and supply technical support to the different companies that represent us in Europe and the other continents. HRS Spiratube, as well as the rest of the group, has a highly qualified group of professionals at every stage of the management process of the company, such as commercial and administrative management, research and development, the design and manufacture of the products, as well as quality management. These last 2 activities imply operations such as assembly, soldering, and packing of the pieces. The rest of the processes are carried out by the technical team that deals with the engineering work. All the activities are interrelated through an integral management system designed by the IT and Telecommunications Department. HRS Spiratube designs and manufactures rough surface corrugated tube heat exchangers, piston pumps and aseptic fillers, with all these elements integrated into its processing plants. Through its most innovative product, the Unicus Dynamic Heat Exchanger, it offers solutions to the problems of dirt and the difficulties associated with thermic transmission. Thanks to the alternating movement of the scraping elements, this rough surface heat exchanger avoids dirtying the walls of the tube when carrying out work with high viscosity and applications where there is high concentration, crystallization and evaporation. Another outstanding feature is that it works without stopping during pasteurization and sterilization processes. Turbulence is the most important factor in thermic transmission. HRS Spiratube has its own software for the thermic and hydraulic calculations of the different corrugation profiles, which increase thermic efficiency in the tubular exchanges with double and triple sizes and ring-shaped space. The piston pump, with its prime function based on the alternating movement of a double-effect piston worked by a hydraulic piston, substitutes those that aren't efficient in the pumping process, especially when the product is in pieces. The aseptic filler has been specially designed for the aseptic filling of prepared food, fruit and vegetables, converting it into a long-life sterile product of excellent microbiological quality that can be distributed at room temperature. HRS Spiratube has integrated all these elements into the thermic processing plants of the food industry for aseptic filling, heating or refrigeration, and are the result of long experience in these types of processes. The newly developed designs greatly improve the performance of the installation of the final quality of the processed products. HRS has also developed systems for environmental use. HRS Spiratube is at the forefront of business management. In 2001, it developed and installed an integrated management system that covered the areas of quality, safety and the environment. It holds the ISO 9001 and 14001 certificates issued by TÜV Management Services GmbH. HRS Spiratube collaborates with both public and private institutions on R&D projects, among which is the Centro Tecnológico Nacional de la Conserva, National Technological Center for Preserved Food, which has an experimental plant supplied by HRS Spiratube for carrying out tests on food. HRS Spiratube is a company that looks towards the future and that takes into consideration the industrial and social tendencies so as to reinvent solutions and develop suitable technology for these new needs.